We are very excited to share with you some of our upcoming events. On Wednesday, December 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be having our first Mahjong Bingo Night, which we call Mahjo, with guest Fern Bernstein. The next week, on Wednesday, December 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have a Charleston Challenge with Bubbe Fischer. The week after that, on Wednesday, December 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are excited to be speaking with Tom Sloper of Sloperama.com. We are also excited to tell you about our new product. You can pre-order a I Love Mahjong property of tag with your name custom written on it for $18, or we have some I Love Mahjong property of blank discs available for purchase at $14. So please check out our website at modernmahjong.com for all these events and new products.
Okay.
Okay, so
There we go. So now we're going to mute everybody, but feel free to chat if you have any comments or questions.
okay, well, thank you all for coming tonight. We had one of these last month and I think it went pretty well, so I'm excited to do it again. This week we've got two ladies from the New York area who have actually a lot in common. And the number one thing that they had in common was that they both are making a tremendous sacrifice this evening. They both love Jeopardy, and I'm assuming that they're TiVoing so that they can watch it later. Because here on the East Coast, at least in the New York area, Jeopardy starts at 7 p.m. on Channel 7. So we're missing it, but it's worth it. So I hope you're TiVoing. I appreciate your giving up your Jeopardy for the night. A couple other things they have in common is that both of their mothers used to play. And so they watched their mothers when they were little girls. They also both have only really been playing on their own now for about 2 or 3 years, but obviously they love the game. And that's wonderful to see that the next generation is getting to it. I didn't ask, but do you guys both use your mom's old sets?
Yes, I do.
Bonnie doesn't?
No.
But Louise does.
I do.
Well,
Yes.
I have my grandmother's. My mother never played, but I think it's wonderful
Wow.
when you can do that.
It
You know,
is.
have the family set. Another thing that they both do that really I was so impressed. They both play Siamese with their husbands. I think that's really cool. My husband just snuck in and out of here while we were doing this, and I cannot imagine him playing this game. It's never going to happen. But I'm very impressed that you both got your husbands to play, and I think it's great. Actually, did they teach you, or did you learn together, or?
I
We
taught my
learned
husband.
together.
You learned together? Bonnie did?
I taught my husband Mahjong, but then we learned Siamese together.
Awesome. And Louise, same thing?
I taught my husband Siamese, and we're trying to work on just Mahjong, which is difficult, just the two of us. Although we play on mahjong.com.net.
Real mush, right? Real mush. Okay, well, I thought that was really interesting, though, that especially during COVID, it's sort of something to do during COVID. I think it's great.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other big thing that they share is that they're both concerned about their Charleston. They think that's the weakest part of their game. And of course, next month we're going to be doing the Charleston Challenge anyway, but I figured we'd get started a little bit early talking about some Charleston decisions. It's very funny that earlier on, Darrow was saying that you all are going to be reinforced that you're making the perfect decision. But the fact is, part of Bubbe's wisdom is just go with it. It's not rocket science. If you make a decision, play it, and there'll be another hand next time. You're not going to win every single time. I mean, I know that's a terrible thing to say before we start, but don't worry, you're not going to win. But don't get so wrought up in making decisions that it ties you down and you can't go on with playing your game. Your game mates can get very frustrated. You probably know when you play with people and there's somebody that can't make up her mind, it really throws everyone else off. Mm-hmm. So even though you want to make the best decision, sometimes you just got to go with it and make the best of what you've got and don't agonize too much. So I will say that as a caveat before we start doing it tonight. And again, like I said, I'll be gentle and just, try something new. And the worst thing that happens, you don't win that hand and you go on to the next hand. That's why we play for, 2 and 3 hours at a time, is so that we
Yes.
explore a little bit, challenge yourself a little bit, go out of your comfort zone a little. Okay, so Bonnie volunteered to go first, which is very kind of her. Now, Bonnie, do you know how to do share screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to share screen of,
Oh, I said you.
I'm okay.
Yes, that's all right, too. The 3 robots. We won't see
right,
what
it's a
they're
bunch of
selling.
robots. Okay, so obviously, let me move this a little bit.
And while you're doing that, I'm just going to let people know, if the picture of other people talking is in the way, if you see the little Brady Bunch and it's in the way, you could actually click on that and just move that anywhere on your screen. So just so you know, that doesn't have to block your view of the real Mahjong game.
Right, so does everybody see the nice screen of the game?
Yes.
Yes.
It
Okay,
doesn't
so
let
Bonnie-
me touch it, though.
No, you're going to have to tell me what you want to do. What do
Okay.
you see there that you like? This is your
I
first
like
deal.
the 9s.
Right.
I would like to try 4 and maybe keep the 3, 5, 7 also.
Okay, so we'll be doing odds, is what you're saying. So we'll get rid of the 2 and the 4 and the 8, or one of the wins.
Yeah, let's do the West.
Right, and now are you doing that because evens go with West?
Yes.
And odd? Okay, good. Okay, what did we get? More odds, beautiful.
More
No, we don't want that.
odds. Get rid of the 6, the North. We can get rid of the
Want to keep the 8?
green, I would think, or no.
No. Red.
Okay.
I don't know. It could have been either one, but I have more cracks, so that's why I thought that.
Oh, right, keeping the red. Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, more 9s. Look at
More
you.
9s.
Got 9s in every suit. So we're going to keep going with that, you think?
I think I'm getting rid of the 8.
Excellent.
You agree with that?
Sure. And then,
Right. Possibly the 1.
But before you do the 1, I don't know, do you ever do singles and pairs hands?
I don't usually, but now since I don't have jokers, I could think about it.
Thinking that the bottom, second from the bottom on the singles and pairs, I know sometimes it's a stretch, but you actually have a lot of the tiles.
Yeah, I do. Huh.
in which case, what, you'd say get rid of the red?
Get rid of the red, yeah. And
So
I only need 2 suits for that, so.
Right.
But oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Oh, look how beautifully the soaps are coming in. I mean, the dots.
The dots.
Oh, boy. Decision time.
I feel this card it's always very similar between the hand that I mentioned and then the flower 13579 on the bottom of the 13579 hand with the 2 flowers.
Oh yes, that's true. I have no flowers. I think get rid of since I have I think get rid of the cracks, although I hate giving so many cracks, but since
I'll tell you what. I'll
one.
tell you what I would say too is keeping
Yeah.
an eye on keeping all those 9s. If I was getting rid of a crack, I would keep the 9 crack. Of all the cracks, that's the one I'd keep because I have so many. Because you only have to get rid of 2 more tiles. So the 3.
Right.
And what
3.
would be your other?
The 5.
Okay, let's see what happens. Woo.
Okay, so
We did
I
not call
got-
Mahjong in advance to ask for these tiles.
Yeah, we should have
What's
contacted
that?
them to say what we wanted. They're not cooperating with us.
I didn't hear that. So that were I wouldn't need 2 7s for the singles and pairs.
But would you want to
but I
pass a
would
pair
need-
away?
Do I want to pass a pair away? Yeah, I think I do. What do you think?
I personally wouldn't, but
What would you do?
I would break it up. I'd pass away the 9.
The 9, even though I need 2 9s for that hand.
Oh, no, you're
What?
doing 9s of bams and 9s of dots.
Right.
So these are the ones,
So,
it's either a second 7 or the 9 crack.
all right, the 9, I guess. Is that what you said?
Or you could do a blind pass because we're at the
True.
final
Oh, we're
rate.
up to the blind pass. Okay.
You want to just do a blind pass?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that. Woo, that didn't
Okay.
really help.
Don't need the red, and I got back a 7 dot, didn't I?
Right, but we already
No, I
have some.
did the cracks. The red, the 7, and I want to get, okay.
I would, just because if we end up doing the 9s.
9s, right.
Okay, that didn't help very
Right.
much. Okay, so you got to throw
6.
something.
I have to throw something, so 6, yeah.
Now, here's the question. Are you flexible when something comes in? Because you may not end up doing singles and pairs. I say that, and then something else comes in for your singles and pairs hand. So
Right.
you want to throw this back? We're going to keep pursuing that closed hand, the singles and pairs hand?
I guess so. We're pretty close to it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. We've got 6, 9, 10, 11 of the tiles. That's amazing. It's a great
It's
start.
pretty good.
And you had even said that you don't really like doing singles and pairs, so this is good.
Right. I look at it when I don't have any jokers like now.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
But I think I'd keep the 9. Look at that. I would keep the 9 bam separate because it's not needed. But you don't want to get rid of that yet.
No, I am.
You are?
Look at us.
Okay.
All you need is the 1s. You just need a 1 bam and a 1 dot. And we got to just hope no one else is using them.
Right. That it kills the whole hand if that does.
Exactly. But we'll see what happens.
Look at that. They put out the 1 cracks.
So, Karen, question for you.
Yes.
Did you just throw the north? I mean, that's what I would have done, but did you throw the north and not get the joker because you didn't want them to be jokerless? I mean, I know it's playing with bots and.
I got to be honest. I wasn't even looking at the jokers. I was so fixated on winning this hand jokerless.
I'm throwing you a softball to give some strategy there. That's what.
No, but you were absolutely right. But I will tell you the truth. This happens all the time with really good players. And I don't consider myself a really good player, but people make that mistake all the time of not noticing what's been thrown. So you just saw it happen. People forget what's been thrown and what's been displayed, and they miss the opportunity to change for a joker.
Right.
It happens.
But I probably would not have done it.
You would have exchanged?
No, I would have done what you did without realizing it. No, I would have not do it because why make it jokerless? I don't need the joker.
Okay, so between these two, right? Okay, why would you want her to be jokerless? Now, between these two, would you throw the flower this early or not?
Yes, I like doing it early. Earlier than later.
Okay. Question, somebody asked, do you break up a singles and pair hand when you get a joker or if you get a second joker? Michelle says it seems hard for her to pivot from singles and pairs hands. So how do you make that decision?
It depends how early it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, look at us now. This is our second opportunity. You notice I didn't exchange the West or discard it yet. I'm holding it
right
just in case, because you see we've already,
time
ran out on us.
Wow.
Wow. That was probably the East I sent them, or the West early on.
I gotta say, I didn't, I just in case all of the 1 dots had come out, like if 3 of them had come out and they hadn't called Mahjong yet, how do I get back to a screen? How do I get out of share screen?
Oh, there's on the bottom, if you click, it should say.
Oh, I see stop share. Okay. If the other 3 1 dots had come out, so it's impossible to make the singles and pairs, I was holding on to that West just in case to exchange it for a joker so that I could be more flexible going forward. But time ran out on us. Somebody made Mahj before we even got close. But that's, I just glitched when they had the 7, was it 7 cracks that I forgot to exchange for, or was it was a north?
North.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I missed it. But in general, I would just hold on to it. I mean, you don't have to exchange it. Obviously not right away. They don't know that you have it. So that's something to just sort of keep in your pocket if you're in the situation like that where you could go, your hand would go dead because those tiles came out that you couldn't use.
Yep.
And then you asked an interesting question, Bonnie. You said, do you think is it early enough to throw a flower? So I feel there's like kind of like a little sweet spot. I think this card, a lot of people don't like the card. I think it's very flexible before you expose, because we were between that singles and pairs, or then the second from the bottom, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And that one you need 2 flowers. So I kind of would hold it. When do you stop throwing flowers and mess up your own hand if you think it's too late?
Ooh, well, depends. If there's only like 8 tiles left on the wall, I definitely won't throw a flower, especially if I'm not close. 2 flowers had already been thrown, so it was pretty safe to throw it right then. Generally, I like to. Wait, who was asking something?
No, I was agreeing with you that was early. I'm just in general, is there a certain, like some people say, like when it gets X number of tiles, they stop throwing flowers as like a general, you know.
It depends what else has been thrown. If there've been 6 flowers thrown, I might be careful because somebody else might be waiting for that to make their pair. You just gotta get a feel for whatever's going on the table. You know, it's a lot of this is guesswork. There's no hard and fast rule. Question for Bonnie. I don't even see Bonnie on the screen. Oh, you're way down there. Okay. Did you even think about 3, 6, 9s when we first started, or you just saw all the odds and you say, let's just go with odds?
I didn't see 3, 6, and 6s. I know I had a lot of 9s, and I always like the like numbers. Did I have 3 and 6?
You had 1 6 at the end, and I honestly think you picked the right thing. Going for what we went for was fun. It could have happened. You came really close. You had 12 tiles. And honestly, you're not going to win every time, but 12 tiles is excellent. And it was
Dara's idea on that one.
But it was good to be out of your comfort zone. You know, you were right. You didn't have jokers at the time. Why not give it a shot?
Right.
I'm not. Do we want to do one more before we switch over to Louise? Are you okay with that?
Sure.
We'll do one more share.
Sarah, let her make her hand.
I'm not talking. I'll let other people text and chime in the chat room.
Ooh, this time you got jokers.
Oh, 2.
2 jokers, which means you have to reply to everyone. Ooh, I like the 5, 6, and 9 cracks for the consecutive run, because I only need 2 for the pair. I only need the 5, so I like that. Let's see what else I would keep. You got 3 6s and 9s, so we could do that as a backup. But I hate giving 1s and 2s to other people when, in case they're going for that hand with the consecutive. But
well, you can split them up. You don't have to pass both the 1 and the 2. You can pass this 2 and this 3.
No, I want 3.
You could pass. Oh, right.
Because I might do 3, 6, 9. Get rid of the 8. Yep.
And then the 2 or the 1.
Right. Either one.
And frankly, I'd say the 1 because 2s are very valuable this year.
Oh, right. Yes.
Okay, so let's see what happens. 3, 6, 9 or consecutive runs. Didn't help either. Well, the 4.
Neither 4. I got the 4. No.
You don't want to be looking at the bottom half of the number line? Or just
no,
4,
I gave
5,
up
6
the 1. I was doing the 5 to 9.
Okay. Well.
So I really didn't get anything. I guess I'd give up the 4 instead of the 2 2s. Okay.
Well, but we got to get rid of 1. Something else. 5, 6, 9 and 3, 6, 9.
One of the 2s.
One of the 2s you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Another 9.
Got a 9. I got
you got
the 5. That's exactly what I wanted.
Sweet.
Was that another 6 or 5? No, the 2 5s together. Put them.
Yeah, let me clean it up a little.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I want it like that. Okay, so 5, 6, 9. We know we don't want the 7.
I don't want the 7, the 6.
Or the 2.
The 6
You want the 6
dots. Or
crack?
the 2. Yeah, the 2 crack one in there.
All right, let's see what happens.
Okay, so we have no, well, let's get rid of the 1 crack. 7, well, the 3 I got, the 7 dot and the 8 bam, that was no help. No help.
Same here. Same
Same here,
again.
so I don't.
Get rid of them again.
I'd keep going, yeah. So should I have changed at this point, because I'm not getting anything?
You're not getting more of the cracks, but
I
like,
do have 359, yeah. 369, so get rid of the east and the 8 and just the 2 of them.
well, let's see. 3-9, 5-6-9. You really need a 3-6 more than you need a 3-9. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Wait, there's not the knit hand this year.
No.
in the 369.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I
it's
get
not like
2
that.
flowers, because I have 2 6s, so maybe it's really a stretch.
I would say get rid of one of the 3s
Okay.
because you might end up doing something with these 5s. You see?
Yeah.
See what happens.
So 5s are 9.
Another 9.
Another 9, which doesn't help much.
Oh, we got the 7. That's nice.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Good.
Okay, so get rid of the 3.
At this point, the 3,
Yeah, and then
and maybe the 5, or just give her 2.
because then they're all in the same suit. Oh, we're going to be anyway. Let's just see what happens. We didn't get any. No more cracks.
No more cracks.
Do
So
you see what we did get though?
8,
You
9.
see this little consecutive run, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9.
That's a possibility
So get rid of the 1 dot.
for sure. That'll be our first discard.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that 6, 7,
So
8,
it's going to
9
keep asking everyone.
because of the jokers. Yeah,
To the 2 jokers. That's a problem with this.
yeah. I'm not married to that 6, 7, 8, 9
No.
yet, so I wouldn't call for that
No.
8.
Yeah.
Skip that.
I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need
That's a
that.
lot of skipping. Oh well.
All
You
right,
never
we're
know
gonna
if
keep
that
the
flower.
flower.
We'll
Yeah.
hold it for now.
7 dot, no. 2 dot, no. 8 dot, no. 7 dot,
That doesn't fit.
maybe. Nah.
No.
All
We're
right.
looking mostly at the number line, the
crack.
5 through 9 cracks, or else the 6, 7, 8, 9. Those
Yeah.
are our 2.
There's a 6, but we don't need that. 5 dot, no. 3 bam, no. It's gonna be one of those games. I need
So
7, so
do
I
we
would
want to call for
that.
it?
Yeah, but I only need 3, but I think I would call, or should I wait? This is always a problem for a 3 of a kind.
Only because you're not married to it. Well, wait.
I am. I like it.
Okay, well, this way, the nice thing about this is we can use it for either of those 2 hands.
Right.
6, 7, 8,
Yes.
9 would use
Okay.
it, and the
Okay.
consecutive run would use it.
Okay. I would have thrown out the flower early. No. we wanna hold
Okay,
it.
no, thank you. Well, now we know it's safe because someone just threw one.
Yeah, true. I would have liked
An
someone
extra-
to call it. I would get a joke.
That's true. We have an extra 5 here that we don't need. Oh, no, we don't need that.
No, I don't need that. 9 bam. Nah.
Well, let's see what happens with.
There we go. Now see, I would have
We
needed
can't
2
call it.
jokers, so
Yeah,
I
we can't
wasted
call
it. See, that's always a problem with me.
Well,
Oh,
this
look
time
at
we're going to be
this.
more alert about trading for. Oh, that's good. Now we will be able to call for it because now we have the extra
Because
joke.
we have another one.
And we definitely don't need this 5.
No, we do. Oh, we got an
We have a
extra
pair
5?
already. That was an extra.
Didn't know
We
when
had
we
the
got
pair of
that.
5s.
Get
Oh,
that
wait.
during the Charleston?
No, we picked one.
Oh, didn't notice. Oh, no, I don't need that. So I'd like to try the 9 bam to see if I could get a joker
Oh, okay.
out of my other 9 bam. I usually
So
wait
that
till the
is
second.
joker bait. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Nice try though. I like the spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody threw a 8 crack and nobody wanted it. We don't have enough jokers to call it. Oh,
Yeah,
we
there
want
we
that,
go.
right?
Good. Yes, we do.
Okay.
So now people start knowing what I'm going for.
Probably, although isn't it just the same as the
7, 9.
3579?
Yeah.
It could be
Is
other.
a, what do you call it? This is an ambiguous exposure because they don't know if you're going for that first odds hand or that's consecutive run hand. It could be either one.
No. Yeah.
So that they might be I'm not going to throw that yet because they may think I'm going for it.
That's right. Yep. Oh, someone got that.
A lot of jokers.
That's good luck.
Look at
We got one
that.
of the 8s. Now we really just need a joker. Goodbye.
Need that.
Ah,
Wow.
okay.
But yeah,
It was worth a try.
it was. It was close.
Okay, so as you saw, one of the things I liked about exposing that 7 crack the way we did, it was a pung, and it went with both of the 2 hands that we were thinking of. So if our luck had changed, if something had come up, we could have done the other hand. If we had picked up another 8 bam, it might have indicated play that hand. So
Right.
it's nice. It's nice
When
when
you
you have
could do-
something that straddles 2 hands. That's
Right.
always have a backup hand. And don't be afraid to make that exposure, especially when it's flexible enough to go with each of the 2 hands that you were
Mhm.
thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Now,
Thank you.
Louise, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, Louise, something that I didn't really dwell on before was when you're doing the Charleston, we don't necessarily have to hone in on any specific hand. I mean, when I teach it, I talk about neighborhoods. Like, well, it looks like I'm going for the singles and pairs neighborhood, or I'm going for the odds neighborhood or the 369 neighborhood. I don't necessarily hone in on a specific hand during the Charleston. So, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let's see what comes in. Sharing screen again. Okay. There we go. Play again. I'm gonna shuffle it up nicely. And what do we see? We got some pretty stuff here. What do you think?
Yes. Let's see. I would, I think I'd get rid of the 9 dot.
Yeah, that's kind of out of nowhere.
I like the 1s. Maybe the 3 dot.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm looking at, I don't know.
I'm inclined to keep the 3 dot only because we've got 3s in each suit.
Okay, so there could be maybe like numbers.
Yeah, I always
Or-
think that is
or-
sort of a,
Okay. All right. So I don't know. See, this is where I'm stuck. Maybe the 9 crack. No.
I wouldn't want to throw, I'd want to break it up like one of each. Like this is the kind of pass
Okay.
that I'd probably end up doing where it's one of each suit
I
and
see.
not the same number.
Okay.
I'm kind of focused on the lower end of the number line.
Okay. Oh, the lower end. All right. Why would that be?
Because we have the pair in the lower end and we have 3 in each suit.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm sorry. I thought you meant to pass, but obviously you didn't do that.
No, I'm getting rid of the upper end.
Right. Okay. I got it.
But that's just me. If you want to play it a different way, we can do
No,
that.
I like that. I like that.
Let's see what happens. Another 3.
Okay, that's good. So we can get rid of the 7, the west. And I don't know. The 2 dot? No.
No, we could.
Okay.
Good. Let's see what happens. Another 3.
I hate when that happens, when you get what you throw.
Now let me see something. No, there's no joker involved in that. Okay. I mean, no flowers involved in that. Because we've got a lot of 3s going on here. We do need flowers if we're doing like numbers.
Yes.
So. Another thing is the 369 section.
Yes. And
Oh, and that closed hand, the
On the
369, 369, everything has to have a pair of threes in it.
And then Linda Sack, well, Donna commented, I keep the low numbers, 1, 2, 3. Linda Sack said the ones are enticing, but there's so many 3, 6, 9s. I had said that the 5 flowers with the like numbers sometimes comes in on Real Mahjong. I mean, I haven't played with this card in person yet, but on Real Mahjong a lot. And then Margie said, what about the 2 flowers with the 1 bam, 2 dots, 3 crack?
Ah,
Eileen,
interesting.
Yeah.
and then
So you're
Opie,
saying let's forget about the 3, 6, 9 and everybody focus on the lower end of the number line for consecutive runs or like numbers.
and then Eileen was asking, do you avoid passing 3 evens together or conversely 3 odds together?
That is one of the least of my worries. I try not to pass the exact same tile. I try to pass not the exact same suit, but evens, you know, you might pass a 2, an 8, and a 6 of 3 different suits, and they can't use that necessarily. I mean, you got to pass something, and if you're truly that close that there's nothing else to pass, I don't think that's taboo. I mean, it's not like you're passing 3 flowers. It's they're different enough. I would try not to pass like 2, 2, 2 in 3 suits.
We're getting a lot of comments of 1 bams, 2 dots, 3 cracked flowers. Yeah, that's both sides. And if I pronounce correctly,
Right, that's what I've got going on here. That's one of the options here. That's I call those the junk hand, where it's a little bit of everything. So we would need the pair of 2 dots is the problem. That's the hardest part, is getting that second dot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
somebody said a dot, 2 dot was thrown, so you might get it
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
That's true. Well, we're going to pass these and see what happens, because we're getting rid of those high numbers.
I think we're spoiled by Real Mahjong because a lot of times you throw, the computers do send it back to you. So I think we're spoiled.
They're not as smart. Okay, so I'm going to throw this 1 crack. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah, that's good.
Up.
Oh my God.
They didn't get the memo that we're not playing 3, 6, 9. Ah, you guys were right.
Yes.
Came back.
Good job, ladies.
Okay, so we're getting rid of these 2, but do we commit, or do we get rid of the soap, or what do we do? What does everybody think?
I say get rid of the soap.
Who said that? Who's that brave person?
Hey, Louise.
Okay, Louise. Getting rid of the soap. Up. Okay, so pass these back.
Yes.
And let's see if anything more comes in.
No.
Unfortunately, we have no jokers to call for the 1s, the 3s, or the flowers, so we're just going to have to keep our fingers crossed. But we're definitely, if 3 show up, we might end up switching to like numbers. But for now, it looks like we're hot on this 1, 2, 3 in the 3 different suits.
Right.
It's very pretty.
Ugh.
Throwing a soap.
I know.
I wouldn't want to keep a soap till the end in this one, in this year's card.
No, because it's so
Not get rid of your soap ASAP this year. If you're not using it, throw it away. Does everybody understand why?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that kind of goes for 2s as well this year.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we don't need that. 4 crack. What should I have been double checking? She has 6 crack and 8 bam. Do we think she's doing 5, 6, 7, 8? Or
So Karen, Anita Cox said, can you explain the soap comment that you made?
oh, because you can't win the 2020 hand this year without 2 soaps. So that might be the final tile that somebody needs. So towards the end of the walls, they'll finally be ready to call for it. So you don't want to be throwing it out at the end when they're ready to call for it. It's something they can't do in a regular exposure. They can only call for it at the very end. So don't leave it for the very end. Throw it as soon as you can.
And then we have
That makes sense?
from Nancy, you have the 1 bams and the 3 bams and the 3 cracks and the 5 cracks. So that's another backup.
That is true. 1, 3, 3, 5. So the 8 is definitely the thing to throw.
But
The
I
8 dot.
think
We're not going to
computer 1 might have the 3 cracks or want the 3 cracks. You just got to be careful because they have all 1 cracks. I don't know.
True. Well, they also might be needing this 2 crack.
Oh, I know.
Do we take that chance? We'll throw the 8 dot anyway. We don't need that. We know that. So 8. So we don't know if they're doing 2 dot, 4 dot, 6 crack, 4 crack, 6 crack. We don't know what's going on up top there.
They could be doing 6, 7, 8, 9.
They could be doing 6, 7, 8, 9, or they could be doing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 6th hand down in evens.
6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay.
They could.
I find this card is very exposures are very ambiguous.
Yeah, I enjoy that when I'm not trying to teach anybody. If it's just me, I'm fine with it. But with you guys, I feel like I gotta have the right answers. So it's a little stressful. Okay, now it's silly to try and switch now. I guess we're just gonna get rid of one of the 2 cracks and see what happens. Maybe it's joker bait. Let's see. Nope.
So I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a question from Reese. Do you pass unwanted, is it 5 tiles early? Do you pass unwanted tiles early, hoping someone is unable to get it in case they're playing a consecutive run?
Which tile?
Ah,
Oh, wow, that was beautiful. And
Yeah.
they were jokerless.
Wow.
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
I think it was when you had the 2 5 cracks. Reese, if you want to comment if I'm saying it wrong, but do you pass the unwanted 5 tiles early, hoping someone is unable to get them in case they're playing a consecutive run?
You mean,
I guess it was no, that would have been 6. Oh, it could have been 5, 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think that's what she was talking about.
or was she talking about the number line? The 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 consecutive run, all in one suit.
Basically, overall, as a general question, if you think someone's doing a hand that you have 2 of their tiles, do you pass them early so they can't call it, hoping they don't have enough jokers, or do you wait?
Yes. Yeah, I probably would. Why, you're saying, would you wait for joker bait? Is that what the options are, is
I'm
waiting?
trying to paraphrase unless Reese wants to comment.
Yeah, let her ask.
Yeah.
Sure. So many people play consecutive runs sometimes as you're playing. And so if I have 5s that I feel like I'm not going to use, I will throw them early because it kind of messes them up if they need a pair, like the top
Right.
consecutive run. So I don't hold on to 5s and 6s if I feel like I'm not going to use them, because I feel like it might mess up someone. Of course, they're not usually ready for their pairs.
Exactly. But is that the same thing you do with 1s and 2s? I mean, you're thinking the same way because it's the exact same hand. Just
Yes.
one
Yes.
through. Okay.
Only here they happen to have 5s, so it came to my head with the 5s. But I do the
Okay.
same.
So you're saying get rid of the pair tiles early,
Right.
so that nobody can call for them. Yeah, that's good strategy.
Is that a good
That's
strategy?
the same as the soaps. Getting rid of anything that people need a pair of. Throw it earlier before they can call for it.
Okay, thank you.
No, that's a good idea. I'm sorry, Louise, we didn't really get you.
it's okay.
Do you want to? Okay, I'm gonna let you take more of an aggressive role in it this time. We're
Okay.
gonna let Louise call the shots. Oh, good, she gets a joker.
Yay.
What do you see?
Well, I like the Winds and Dragons. That's one of my
Oh.
favorite.
Cool. And you have a flower for it too.
Yes. So I would keep that. I also like the 6, 7, 8. I like dots. So
Okay.
I would keep those. But I guess I would get rid of the 1.
Right. What else?
Rid of the 3
Uh-huh.
and 6 bam.
Okay. So we might be doing pairs of 6s and 7s,
Mm-hmm.
or something with the 6s and 7s.
Right.
Ooh,
Okay.
another.
Another.
Oh, we got another wind. We got a flower. We got another dragon. This is nice.
Mhm. Yes. So I guess I'm gonna have to get rid of that 6 crack.
Okay.
7 dot. And here I don't know, because what do? I guess 8.
Are you up for going for that second, the
Give it
second
up.
Winds and Dragons hand?
I'm already gonna go. Not bad.
Sorry, let me mute myself.
Okay, somebody's dog.
That's
Okay.
Dan.
The second Winds and Dragons hand has 2 flowers,
Right.
4 winds in 2 suits, and the news. So in
Right.
theory, you could get rid of this north, unless you're ready to throw one of the 6, 7, or 8.
I'm ready to throw one of those because I like to just be
Collect as
alone.
many wins as possible.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could switch if I
So
want. I would
you
say
wanna- the 8, yes?
yes,
or-
that's good. No, the
okay.
8 is,
What do you want to pass?
no, the 8. The 8
Okay, good.
is,
Okay, we'll pass the 8, and then let's see what comes in. More wins, please. Up, another flower.
that's all right, I'll take it.
Okay, so we're
Um,
getting rid of everything else, but we're just holding on to wins.
Right.
Okay. This is a very interesting start.
Mm,
This one didn't help, but
no. Yeah. And then,
just in the back of your mind, I was about to say before this came in, I would say hold on to 2s because you have the soap.
okay, good. Thank you for the advice.
I mean, of all the numbers, that's the number I would keep is the 2.
Okay, now, all right. All right, so now I'm passing the 6, 7, and 8. Is that, there's not much I could do, right?
Right, it's not ideal,
Right, but
but
I
if,
have a purpose.
if it's going around, nobody else wanted it either. Ooh,
Okay, so
they
we
got
have
another wind.
And we got a 2, so,
Hmm.
hmm. I haven't gotten any more dragons, but I'm not going to let go of them.
Right.
So I guess, I don't know. I have to give up 2. So let's say.
No, it's up to 3. This is optional across. You can.
Oh, I just saw that. I'm sorry.
No,
all right.
it's okay.
So let's get rid of one of the 2s. I would say 2 bam.
Okay. And ready to pass it?
Yes.
And we got nothing. The only good thing about this is it makes it easy to throw something out.
Yes. So I would throw out the 3 bam.
Okay, before we throw it out, what are we looking for? Are we just collecting and we're not ready to call for anything because we don't have a clear direction yet, right?
I don't feel like I do, although, I would look at, I like the 3rd one up from the bottom on the winds and dragons.
Oh yeah. We got a
Um,
pair of norths. We need another south.
Right.
We
And I
need
have,
north and south.
I would need east, and I would also need east for our news and the dragons. So that's what I'm looking for. I would be looking for, more, or the 2020 for that matter.
Yeah, I would say you've got these nice flowers. I wouldn't want to waste them.
Right.
No.
You want to try and find something that's going to use the flowers. So either that second hand or one of the ones, the norths and souths or east and wests with the 2020s.
Right.
Are you comfortable with closed hands?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, I am.
good.
am.
Okay, so that's an option too.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, wind hand too.
So that
Yeah.
just means we're collecting wins as they come in.
yeah.
We're not ready to call for anything yet. We'll just see what shows up.
I guess we have to make a decision if something came along.
Right, you're playing it closed, and that way you're just biding your time. So we're not getting rid of any 2s, obviously, in case another soap shows up. But
Right.
anything else, we're pretty much done with numbers, which makes life easier. You don't have to sit there and agonize over every number that comes in. You just throw away all your numbers, except for 2s. Because we're pretty much either wins or 2020,
Oop,
and
here
we're
we
not
go.
calling anything.
Mm.
We're not calling for anything yet because we don't have enough definitive, especially if we're going for a closed. Oh,
Right.
we got 2 2s in the same suit. Should we keep them?
Wow.
Get rid of this one?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so it could be. And this is why when people start throwing out the other 3 soaps, we can't blame them. They're playing good defense. But
Yes.
we're hoping that somebody holds on to that soap till the very
I
end.
did.
There goes one. Ooh, hold on to that.
Nice.
Now,
Mm.
want to get rid of this red? Do we think we're never going to be using it?
Yeah, I would get rid of the red dragon.
Okay. And the reason, do you understand why we got rid of the red? Oh, that's 2 soaps. We better get the last one or else that whole thing is done.
So we have a comment from Zeisel to say, get rid of one of the flowers if you're not, oh.
Yes.
doesn't
Oh,
matter. She would get rid of the flower if you weren't going to use it. And then Bonnie
Right.
had a question. Does anyone know if the bots improve and get better when you ask for fast play?
That's
I-
an interesting question.
I think so.
I mean, we've emailed before with Ronnie from Real Mahjong, and I know each of the different ones, like Mahjong, he does not have them programmed to play defensively. Where Real Mahjong, I do believe they play somewhat defensively, but I think it's programmed to call as soon as they can, because they'll expose, they'll have 3 jokers out of 4, where most players probably would wait and then call,
How does it know what hand it's playing to suddenly do that exposure, though? If it's the very first exposure, what would make them leap to that? It's very interesting.
It's a good question.
I don't play it enough to psychoanalyze the bots.
Which was the one that doesn't have them play defense at all?
Mahjong with a JONGG .net. We had met with him. We had talked to him a while ago, and actually for the next time we have the Charleston Challenge with Bubby, he was really nice and he reprogrammed the app for us. So it's a very inexpensive app, and you don't need Wi-Fi, and you could just play against yourself and against the bots. So it's the 2020 Mahjong practice app. And
I gotta
what
tell
it did for
everybody.
us is you put in a code, and Bubby's candidates will have the same tiles dealt. So it'll be interesting to see how different players play and how different a hand turns out just from the few decisions you make during Charleston.
I was going to say, Dara, I love that app now, and I recommend it if anybody doesn't have it yet. It's a great way to learn the card. It's a great way to practice your Charleston more than anything. Yeah, that one.
Thank you,
This
Louise.
one, I got this one from you, from watching your last.
Yeah, and Darren and I did it where we were dealt the
Very-
same tiles and we went different ways, and it's interesting to see what it's
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. No, I really recommend it. Put the name of it again. I mean, this guy's going to get,
It's the 2020 American Mahjong practice app.
and it's just available at like the Google App Store or whatever. You just go to
And
your app
both
store.
on iPhone and Android, it's both. So what's nice about it especially is that you can play without Wi-Fi, and I haven't played with it for a while, but I thought you could never you could not win a game, but I didn't think the bots could actually win. But now there is, somebody had mentioned on our, you can program it where the bots can win.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I just
it's
like it for
That's good.
Charleston's.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it because it really helps out with the Charleston is where to go, and
And also,
Exactly.
you know,
helps good luck.
since we don't
Really
have
like that.
Bubbe Fischer sitting with us as we play, it actually gives you the number of tiles left for each hand. So
Right, so
if
you
you have a friend that wants to learn, it's very helpful because you might be 4 tiles away from one hand, but then it'll show you what other hands you're close to. So eventually you turn that off, but when you're learning, that's really helpful.
It is a great app. So
Yeah. Yes, thank you for
none of
the.
us gets any money for it, but he does. But I really encourage anybody that's having trouble with the Charlestons to.
And if you're interested in learning about him, if you go to our Facebook group, if you search Men That Mahj, his name is Ray. And Don and I had a little interview with him, Ray Meyer. And he just talked about how he came up with the app. And what we thought was so interesting is, and maybe things changed since then, but none of the people that we spoke to that have designed apps get it in advance. So they wait for their card and they program it that night to update to 2020.
Wow, that's
Wow.
dedication.
Populate all the hands, it would take a long time. Donna, do you remember? I think he said it took him 8 hours.
I was gonna say, yeah, he stayed up like all night. Yeah, 8 hours, 10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some people don't play themselves. Their wife played or the sister played right there, and they didn't play themselves. They just like the numbers aspect of it. You know.
That was Mahjong.
Yeah.
And the American practice app, he does play.
Yeah.
Well, I want to do a commercial for next time. Anybody that wants to be part of the Charleston Challenge, please either contact Dara and Donna at the Modern Mahjong,
Mahjong@gmail.com, yeah.
right? Or you can email me too at bubbefisher@gmail.com. It's Fisher with a C, but anybody that wants to do it, it would be great. We'd love having volunteers. As I said, were we nasty? Was I too harsh on you guys?
Oh,
Not
no.
at all.
A little pushy, but
Well,
and
the team-
it's
And 1G in Modern Mahjong.
Yes,
Does throw
thank
me
you.
off.
did
And
anybody
then,
else
so
have?
like we said in the beginning, we have great events coming up. If you see on our MahjongCommunity page, we have an event tab. So if you click on that, that's, if you ever forget where the link is, we usually send out reminders, but if you ever forget where the Zoom link is, if you go to events, it's there.
Okay.
And we have Tom Sloper. If you don't know who he is, sloperama.com is an incredible resource.
He is a genius. He is a genius.
So Donna, you want to tell them about how we have 100?
100 what? Oh. So for our Zoom calls, we pay for the Zoom monthly, and we're maxed out on 100 people. So that's why we say to people, get in, first, get in early. And, if it gets to over 100 people, like Tom Sawyer might, we may have to ask for registrations in advance. We may have to ask for a small donation to cover the cost, because it's very expensive to go beyond 100 people. And this is all, we pay for it out of our own pockets. So we may put out a post out there asking people how they feel, and, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. We were
Will it be
thinking
on
of doing a poll. Would people want to have a ticketed event, or would they rather just try to be one of the first 100? We're not sure. So.
Right.
Will it still be on YouTube afterwards anyway?
Oh, yes.
That's good. That's
Yeah. So either way, I mean, we do know that the interactive part of it, that you could actually ask him a question and be, that is an added bonus. But
definitely.
if people can't get in and we decide not to do it the other way, they could always watch it. Like this will be on YouTube tomorrow, as soon as we can.
And are you guys having a show next week before Thanksgiving?
No.
No?
We're taking the week off with Tom Turkey. So, but then after that we have bingo, and then we have your Charleston Challenge. Then we Tom. Then we have another guest lined up that we haven't announced yet. That'll be very exciting.
What is your Facebook page?
Well, our page for our business is Modern Mahjong, and then our group is here. I'll type it.
Our group is Mahjong 1G Community.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, but I opened it up so everyone can talk, everyone can say goodbye. We call this our Brady Bunch, right? Goodbye.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming.
Good to see everyone.
Bye.
Please volunteer for next time. We love having guests, and it makes it more fun.
Thank you.
Bye, Sheila.
I learned
Bye, Francis.
Hello, thank you again. Always
Excellent. Take
worthwhile.
care, everybody. Have a good holiday.
Have a nice Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Take care.
I want my property of. I want.
All right.
Oh, good. We're excited.
Yeah, those will be very cool to mark your wraps and keychains.
Yeah.
Okay. What else can you think of that will fill my house?
Different stuff.
I will become the Modern Mahjong shrine for New Jersey.
Francis is a great supporter.